Hi, alright guys. My name's Lewis. I go by OMG It's Lewis on Reddit or Omegaloo on Twitch. I just want to explain how I've been winning so much in Last Man Standing. I've been seeing a lot of people comment for the past couple of days about cards getting unbalanced and things like that. So I'm going to explain how I think it works and how I've been winning and manipulating it so that I always win. So as you can see, I'm in game at the moment. What I'm going to show you would be, let me see if it works this way. Yeah, my deck first. So, as you can see, I'm currently in 11,000, slowly dropping down because I can't bother playing anymore. My current deck is this. So, you have 2 Titans, pros, 1, 2, 3, 4 male monster pros, a monster pro female, the rest are all Titans, either event Titans, fusion Titans, or normal Titans. So that's my deck. It seems to be pretty balanced, depending on how you work it. My support cards are just 2 beast managers that I have that I can't get rid of. So yeah, the way everything kind of works is that's your hand. Obviously, you're going to have 4 males at once, 2 females at once, and they kind of rotate around. So yeah, let's go into it and I'll explain everything going into a game. So, Arena 33, 6 obstacles, whatever. I really hope that I don't kind of like bum out and get 6 obstacles in a row. That'd be pretty useless. But yeah, first one. So, I'm sure we're all aware of resetting, kind of sort of sure or what resetting does. So it means you can refight if you're going to lose a fight. So in this one you can see I have 2 monster pros, 2 beast pros, a titan pro female, and my titan female. The way the opponent hand work is for every single card you've got, they have a similar card. They don't stay the same. They'll always be a same kind of tier, but they're always 20,000 points lower than you. So for every Titan Pro that I've got, which is 2, there'll be a Titan Pro or a WrestleMania 34 Pro with 20,000 stats lower. So the leveling is up to 20,000 lower. So there'll be a Diva in this hand, which will be like 140,000, 130,000 stats. That's to fight my Asuka, but obviously my Asuka would win that. For all the monsters I've come across, they're mainly other monster pros or a standard WrestleMania 34 card, so their stats are around 100,000. And then for the beasts, not the beasts, for the Titans, they are beast cards, beast pros. Or is it other WrestleMania cards? I can't remember, but there'll be 20,000 lowest, about 70,000 stats. The way you kind of win is you have to choose your card that counteracts that card. So obviously if my Asuka goes into a fight now, if I'm against a 70,000 Diva, why waste that card? That my Titan's going to lose to that Titan Pro that I'm going to face in the future. So you want to find your counteract card and fight the same ones. You do that by re-rolling. So we've rolled here. I've got 2 monster pro males, 2 Titan males, a Titan Pro female, my Titan female. The opponent now has his cards. So if I fight, say I use my Asuka. Oh, it's a tag team. So I use my Asuka and my Becky Lynch. I'm against Charlotte Flair, that's to counteract my Titan. That Liv Morgan is stats towards my Monster Pro Nikki Bella. So I don't want to waste these cards because my Nikki Bella Pro is going to lose. So if I restart blue stacks, I'll still be fighting the female tags, but because it's the first roll I've done of that hand, I can change them all. So I haven't fought any fights yet. Any fights? Does that make sense? So you'll see now that my hand has changed. I mean, I hope it has for the video's sake. So it's picked the same card I picked, so I'm against female tag, but as you can now see, my hand is now different. So I have my Titan Pro Brock Lesnar, I have my Titan Pro Asuka still, Monster. Nikki's come out now, so that's my hand changed. You can do this every time it's a first hand. So I can do it now, I can do it once I've used all this hand and then the next hand, and then I can start rerolling again if that makes sense. So I want to see what these 2 cards are. So the opponent's hand has now changed. So I'll do this. I am now against similar cards, but they're 2 weak cards compared to my 2. So I don't want this fight because I'm going to waste my best card and I'm going to lose the next Diva fight I come up against after my cards have been used. And mainly, this is all I've been doing for like the past weekend. I think during this event it's been bugged as hell, so I've been locked out twice, but they've fixed my account twice. It hasn't happened doing this method, it's only been when I had a network error after like a fight, or after I picked a card. So we go again, same card, female tag, 2 of these. I now have Paige and I have Asuka. These cards have all changed as well. So I want these 2 to be, well, I want one of them to be the Titan Pro. Let's have a look. There you go, so I have a Titan Pro and that. These do not compat, so I'm going to win. And that's it then. So I've now won. So I know that Titan Pro card cannot come back now. It is gone. The next 2 Divas I'll have come out after these have all reset will be Nikki Bella and Becky Lynch. And his 2 cards, one will be a Titan with like 70k stats. The other one will be, it'll be another 70k because I have 2 Titans left. Well, he has 2 Titans left, if that makes sense. I'm going to press my luck because I don't really care. So, now that I've done that, obstacle, of course. Now that I've done that, my hand is locked. So if I reset the game now, these cards will not change. My next cards won't change because I haven't used those cards. Same with the opponent. Those cards are locked in now. So he can't do anything else. So if I use... I want to use Brock Lesnar, because if his card is a Titan Pro, that's his best card, and I've used my best card to counteract his best card. So that's a Monster Pro card in his hand. That's to counteract a Monster Pro. So I don't want to waste this Brock Lesnar, but I also want to see what other cards he's got in his hand. So if I restart again, we can see what's going to come out. This is really long-winded, and I'm sorry, but there's a lot to go through. So by restarting, his cards won't change, so I know that he has a WrestleMania card with 100k stats on. I know he has that. That's not going to change now. Which means to counteract that, I could use this Randy Orton. So I'm going to do that. So that's another one. Or it could be the same card, I don't know, because I don't know at this point. But I've used my card towards that one. I'll use it this time. Because of my card's stats, I could keep re-rolling to see if either Cena or Braun was going to beat that card. Because the stats are so close, I can actually, if I get a lucky proc, I would win that. It's all about kind of like re-rolling. So I've got a Charisma. I'm going to use John Cena, see what comes out. Cool, so lucky proc. I win this one. And that's actually one of the cards to counteract my Monster Pro. So my Titan has now beaten a card that's higher than that. I want to bank those points. Let's see what the other 2 cards are. So Charisma, I'll use Braun, I guess. So I've lost this one. So I'll restart that so I can get another fight. I don't know how long this video's gone. Restart again. Cool. So, because Braun doesn't proc in Charisma, I'm going to use Brock for this one. Because there's no way that Braun is going to beat a 100k stat. Because there's no way for that Charisma stat to get boosted. So, Brock Lesnar, I win this one, obviously. So that's that one. Buying points, because I just want to be in the top 10,500. Power, so this is lucky. Luckily, that's a Titan counteract, if that makes sense. So the Miz is designed to be beaten by my cards, my Titan cards. So that's that one. So I'm now onto my second hand. So again, I can't re-roll this hand. What's about to appear? These are just the cards I have not used. So the female tag, if my theory is correct, there'll be no Titan Pro, there'll be no Monster Pro. There should be 2 cards around 70k stats. Oh, I love it when a plan comes together. So I win this one. I know what cards he's got now, so I win this one, obviously. Now, the issue I've got now is, in the previous hand, his Titan Pro male didn't come out. So it's going to come out now. It's most likely going to be this next male card that comes out. Obstacle, obviously. Right, so I imagine this is going to be his Titan Pro. I don't think I can beat it at all. Maybe I can. So because it's speed and charisma, AJ Styles or Jimmy Uso could do it. I'll go Jimmy Uso or Jey Uso. I don't know. See, so there's his WrestleMania card. If I wanted to, I could re-roll that into a Titan Pro and then beat him with the proc. This time I can't be bothered because I just want to get this over with now. And that's it then. My cards now should be able to finish the rest of them. Power, Brock, I'll win this. So the only cards he's got left are mainly the 70k stats. So I'll win all these now. Unless, you know, you get an obstacle to the face. Toughness, I think AJ wins. Oh, damn it. Yeah, but you get what I mean. The best way to describe it would be once that hand is done, you've then restarted again. So the next hand you get, you can re-roll that because it's a new start, if that makes sense. You've used all your cards, so you can re-roll again. I hope any of that made sense. I guess it kind of does after you've seen it now. I can know, as long as you know what cards you've got and what you've used and what's happened, you can kind of guess what the opponent's going to use, and then from there you can use that to your advantage. The only thing I would say would be you can re-roll what cards are going to come out. So like that Jey Uso was beaten by that Titan card, I could continuously restart the app during that fight, and one of those cards that he has in his hand would come out. There's a very small chance of it happening, but it does happen. Once that's happened, I give myself a better chance to beat that Titan Pro card with my Monster Pros, just because if it's in a tag team, if you can get two cards that are either the same diagonal or a combine that can pat to make it more stats, if he just gets like a yellow and a blue, that Titan card will then lose points, making it easy for you to win. So always try and get your strongest card if you don't have your strongest card to become a tag team with a lower card that you can then beat, if that makes sense. You just need to kind of remember what you've got, what's been come out, and then you can kind of guess your opponent's hand, because your opponent's hand never changes. It's kind of like going against a wild deck in Wild or in War, especially with the bots, because they'll always have your cards. It's kind of like a counteract, or your same cards just with different wrestlers. It's the same in this. So once they've got their hand, they can't change that. Unless it's the first roll where you can change your hand, they can change theirs when you restart it. But you can use that to manipulate the way you win. And, well, I've only spent about 10 quid. I've bought 2 600 credits, 1 200 credits, and I am about 11,000th. I've literally spent half the amount I would spend if I wanted to go towards a Heroic Pro. And it looks like I'm going to end up getting, well, this card that'll probably be better than well, I'll be halfway heroic, I guess. So, yeah, that's what I've been doing. I hope it helps. I'm sorry if I've rambled, but that's what I've figured out over the weekend. I hope it's helped. And hopefully next time it comes out, you can get a lot of wins too. See ya. Oh, yeah, other thing. So, I'll link in the description if you've cared, if you liked the video. I have my Twitter, which I'll put in the description, and my Twitch, which I usually stream Monday, Wednesday, and Saturdays. Maybe Supercard, maybe something else, who knows. But thank you for watching anyway.